NASA has since the 1960s have taken no photos or videos from space of a lunar eclipse. This is because satellites and spacecraft are a hoax, and nothing has gone past 100 kilometers in altitude. NASA, with all their money and spaceships, just give us a diagram and CGI. See the nodes section in early episode, for the simple flat Earth node explanation. Mainstream science tells us that the lunar eclipse occurs when the Moon and Sun are on opposite nodes, and then the spherical Earth casts a shadow onto the spherical Moon from the sunlight behind the Earth from a spherical Sun. This can be experienced as a partial lunar eclipse, or a total lunar eclipse, or a faint penumbral eclipse, each depending on the accuracy of the three spheres lining up. Mainstream science says this doesn't happen every month, because the three spherical objects are not lined up fully, or not accurate enough placement at the nodes. In the flat Earth model, this mainstream indoctrination is all hogwash, as we have proven in earlier episodes. They also say it only happens on a full moon and at night. This is true within the flat Earth model. In recent years, the term and label blood moon has become popular when referring to total lunar eclipses, due to the moon turning fiery red in the middle stage of the lunar eclipse. The mainstream model falls down on so many levels, as you should already know by now. Here is a video of a lunar eclipse, occurring with the sun rising. Ignore the globe head in the video, as his eyes are under hypnosis from his controlled mind.
Behind me is a full moon, which will soon be going into a full lunar eclipse as it sets, kind of a rare experience, while at the same time behind us, the sun is already beginning to rise. So this could be a very interesting and beautiful experience. Now it's 6:55, and as you can see, we're getting a little bit brighter out here. You can see the shadow creeping across the moon. It's a little hard to see, I'm sure, in the camera, but from here we can see nice and clearly. It's about a third of the way covered. The moon is starting to turn nice and orange. Over my right shoulder, you can see downtown St. Louis in the nice early morning sun, which is getting very bright on the eastern horizon behind us. So you can see it's practically day here yet.
Here are a few quotes to add some more weight. William Carpenter said, "The Newtonian hypothesis involves the necessity of the Sun, in the case of a lunar eclipse, being on the opposite side of a globular Earth, to cast its shadow on the Moon, but, since eclipses of the Moon have taken place with both the Sun and the Moon above the horizon, it follows that it cannot be the shadow of the Earth that eclipses the Moon, and that the theory is a blunder." Dr. Samuel Robotham said that the eclipser of the Moon is a shadow at all is assumption, no proof whatever is offered. That the Moon receives her light from the Sun, and that therefore, her surface is darkened by the Earth, intercepting the Sun's light, is not proved. It is not proved that the Earth moves in an orbit round the Sun, and therefore, by being in different positions, conjunction of Sun, Earth, and Moon, day sometimes occur. The contrary has been clearly proved, that the Moon is not eclipsed by a shadow, that she is self-luminous, and not merely a reflector of solar light, and therefore, could not possibly be obscured or eclipsed by a shadow from any object whatever, and that the Earth is devoid of motion, either on axis, or in an orbit through space. Hence to call that an argument for the Earth's rotundity, where every necessary proposition is only assumed, and in relation to which direct and practical evidence to the contrary is abundant, is to stultify the judgment, and every other reasoning faculty. F. H. Cook also said, according to the globular theory, a lunar eclipse occurs when the Sun, Earth, and Moon are in a direct line, but it is on record that since about the 15th century, over 50 eclipses have occurred, while both Sun and Moon have been visible above the horizon. The Greenwich Royal Observatory recorded that during the lunar eclipses of July 17, 1590, November 3, 1648, June 16, 1666, and May 26, 1668, the Moon rose eclipsed, whilst the Sun was still above the horizon. Mccullouch's Geography recorded that on September 20, 1717 and April 20, 1837, the moon appeared to rise eclipsed before the sun had set. Sir Henry Holland also noted in his Recollections of Past Life the April 20, 1837, phenomena where the moon rose eclipsed before the sun set. The Daily Telegraph recorded it happening again on January 17, 1870, then again in July of the same year, and it continues to happen during lunar eclipses to this day.